If you have a junk drawer that needs some help or you're looking to declutter your life, I have an expert here with me today who can help. Joining me now is Nanette Riendeau, and she has some more advice on how to organize your life. So I see that you have brought a very cluttered junk drawer here for us.
Yes.
What are we doing and how do we fix this? I mean, it starts very overwhelming.
Yes, it is very overwhelming, and I think that's one of the things that I wanted to really emphasize is that clutter costs us time, energy, stress, right? Like looking for something you know you have in there, but you can't find it, and
Right.
just trying to organize things and feeling overwhelmed by clutter. Like a cluttered environment really has been shown to increase cortisol levels. So we actually, most of us will feel like it's harder to have a relaxed nervous system when we're in a cluttered environment. So it is really important for physical and mental health to organize and try to have some sense of peace.
Right. Well, and I feel like this drawer is just a microcosm of what maybe the rest of the house might look like. And I find for me personally, when I'm looking to sort of downsize, or just even if it's not necessarily cluttered, but just try and like free up some space, my thing is always like, but it has sentimental value, or oh, but this person gave it to me. And so even if it's not something that I just have a hard time letting go. Are there ways that you can do that?
There are, and I'm going to address that when I get to common concerns.
Excellent. Wonderful.
I know that comes up
skipping ahead
often when we're going through our closet, but I couldn't bring my closet in here, so instead I literally brought my desk drawer.
Okay, great.
So we're going to use the same structure that we used when we were organizing our to-do list, which was list, sort, act.
Okay.
So instead of an actual written list, the listing that we would do here is putting everything out.
Okay.
So if it's your closet, you take everything out of your closet, maybe put it on your bed.
Gotcha.
You literally pull your
dump
drawer out, right? I would maybe dump it out at home, but here it might roll everywhere, but I've taken the whole drawer out so we can see the contents of it. And then when you can look at it, that's your list. Then we start sorting it into categories, just like we did with our to-do list.
Okay.
But the categories here are different. Keep. This is items you use.
Right, something that you want and will use now or in the future.
Yes. Donate. Things that you don't use, but they are still working condition, or that you don't like, or that don't fit you anymore, or that are duplicates.
Okay.
Recycle. Anything that's not useful to you, but could be to others. Worn out clothing, that was donate. Not useful to anyone, we recycle.
We recycle,
right?
okay.
So worn out clothing, dead batteries, things that aren't useful, but we don't want to throw them in the trash.
Of course. And I think that that's another thing for people, just like I'm sentimentally attached to this maybe, even though I don't necessarily think I should be. I think recycle is a big one, because for me, I'm like, I don't want to add something to the landfill, especially if I might use it later. For me, this particular type of sorting task becomes like this feedback loop.
It does. And so we're going to get to that with the common concerns, and it will be helpful to have sorted because there won't be very much that's going in the trash.
Great.
And that's when we feel bad, or at least I would feel guilty when I put a lot in the trash. So let's do that. I brought some bags here that said donate and recycle. Oh, so we'll go through here.
She's even organized the organization demonstration. I love it. All right. So recycle, and you have donate, right?
Stapler, stapler I use.
Okay.
Checkbook I use. An old
Post-it notes, useful.
Yes, an old thing from a flower shop I don't need. I can recycle this.
Okay.
It's paper.
It's paper. All right. What about tape we use?
Tape I use. A ruler I use.
How about an I voted sticker?
I don't need that.
Okay.
I think it probably has to go in the trash because I don't think I can recycle this.
Right. Maybe you could donate it to a kid who wants stickers.
I did actually put it in the donate.
Perfect.
Accidentally, but that's okay.
Oh, and there's a little toy in here, speaking of kids.
Yeah.
We could donate the donate that, and what about this?
That I use.
Oh, this, I was gonna say, this, what are these called? I've seen these before.
It's like a worry stone. I use it to just, it's a tactile way to sort of ground and come back into my body.
Yourself. Yeah, this is very, is there like an extra useful pile that I feel like is a priority pile? What is this? This is a microfiber cleansing
for
cloth.
like wiping off the screen on the laptop. I use that.
Okay. Here are a couple more.
But I don't need, we have duplicates.
Ah, duplicates.
Donate.
We'll donate. Perfect. Here's some more
Those
papers,
I use.
Post-its. Okay.
These I do not use because they don't work anymore. They work, but they are not compatible with what I have. So they're going into the donate.
Definitely donate, I would say, because I know some of those you can get little adapters for and things like that. So you can't use them, but other people might.
A used up lip balm, probably gonna
unfortunately, that's gonna end up in trash.
That's gonna be trash.
Battery is donate, right?
This is dead, so it's actually going into recycle.
Okay.
And I wanted to point out that if you don't know where to recycle things, there is a useful website that I found where Champaign County shows you, I guess the city shows you where you can recycle all different things, like batteries, a mattress, and where you can make donations. So this is really useful.
That's really useful because there's actually something called wish cycling, which is where you put things in the recycle bin, like batteries, right, hoping that they'll take them. But if that's not something that's taken in the normal
it'll end up in a landfill.
It actually ends up in a landfill, whereas if you use this site and take it to the correct place, then they can actually recycle the batteries or the things that you need.
Yeah,
to be
and
recycled.
If you're not watching this in Champaign, I would imagine there's probably something similar where you live.
For sure.
So I use that, I use that.
Notebook.
I use that. You know, I really don't use that because I don't like the feel of it, so I'm gonna put that in the donate.
Donate pile. And I feel like with this, something that you could do is if you don't want to necessarily go and take it to a specific place to donate, or before you do that, you can even have people over and be like, hey, I have this pile of, I know I've been to clothing swaps and things like that. Hey, I have this pile of trash, but you might want something out of it. Feel free to take whatever you need. Or a clothing swap where everybody brings the clothes that don't fit them anymore and then everyone takes what they need, because then you know it's kind of actually going to someone who for sure will use it.
There's also a website called buynothing.com.
Yes.
That you can like share in that way.
Yes.
Some of these are dead, so they would probably have to go into, but I'll have to check those later.
So you would sort the pens and sort, and we're pretty much down to the end.
This is trash.
Or recycle its paper.
Right.
Excellent.
All of these things I use, one more donate.
And now we have a clean, drawer, and before we wrap really quickly, I see you brought an organizer.
Yes.
So we're gonna put the organizer in here, and what do we do with the organizer?
Well, this is really key. List, sort, act.
Okay.
So in this situation, acting is about finding a place that things live. This is how you prevent it from turning into clutter again. It has to have a place that it lives. Otherwise, it'll end up just all over the place or in a junk drawer. So if you know that these are the compartments that they always get returned to,
then you can always put things back where they belong. Well, thank you so much, Nanette. This was a very satisfying segment. I like that we were able to sort, and now you can go home with a cleaned out junk drawer.
Exactly.
If you want more information, you can visit us on the web at ciliving.tv after the show.